Hey guys, this is another Graflex review. This time I've got the Rise of Skywalker version. This is a brand new acquisition of mine. I recently bought this Graflex from KR Sabers. I've done a quick review on that one. It's his Gen 2, his latest run. It's a really good Graflex. I did end up changing a couple of things, which I'll go through, and the person who put the rest of it together for me using KR Sabers' conversion parts and some custom parts his name is Martin, and he's a good friend of mine. So if you're watching, Martin, thank you very much, mate. This is a beautiful job. I absolutely love this saber. I did own the Disney Parks Reyflex from Galaxy's Edge, which looked all right, but you know, it's nothing compared to the level of detail and accuracy and just beautiful quality. And yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to take you through it top to bottom as usual. So again, the top half is from KR Sabers Graflex Gen 2. I did have a little issue with my bunny ears. I think I just got I just got unlucky with mine. The ones that came with it, they were flaking a bit, a little bit of chipping. The finish wasn't the best, and I emailed Carl from KR Sabers, and he was very helpful. And he said, unfortunately, he can't swap it because he didn't have any spare ones, but he did have some spare ones from TGS, the Graflex shop. Which he didn't mind swapping, and I just paid a little bit of a difference. So I sent him back the part that wasn't looking very healthy, and he sent me these new ones from TGS, which look absolutely great. So yeah, so everything here is KR except for the bunny ears and the red button. This is just a personal preference of mine. There's nothing wrong with KRs. In fact, I think I have it here. Yeah, this is the red button that came with the KR Sabers Graflex. It's actually the bezel on this, here the metal, is even better than that one because it's a sort of a duller finish. If you look at that one, it's sort of too shiny. I don't know how much this picks up on the camera, but this one here is more shiny and reflective. It's got like a mirrored effect to it, whereas this one is dull and a bit more matte, which is more correct for a vintage. So this one's actually better in that way, and just the shape and the size and everything is identical. You can't really tell them apart. But I do prefer TGS's actual button to the KR one. I think the KR one is just a little bit too dark, and just the shape of it is just cut. I don't know. It's just a little too angular, if that makes sense. This one's a bit more kind of rounded and smooth. You know, it's not a big deal. It's a nitpick. But I just had a spare TGS, and I'm just more used to it, I guess, because all my other Graflexes have a TGS red button, so I think I'm just more accustomed to this, so I ended up swapping that part out. So yeah, TGS red button, TGS bunny ears, everything else here is KR Sabers. Everything from here below is also KR Sabers, sold separately as a Rise of Skywalker conversion parts. However, Martin did offer to do some custom parts that were not included in the conversion kit, which I'm going to go through. First of all, this strap here. This is Martin's own. He has his own supply of custom genuine leather strap. The one that comes with the conversion kit is this one right here. So it comes in two parts, it's already pre-cut, and it looks really good too. But there's something about, I mean, this is just a little bit smoother and a little bit The color is a little different. I just ended up going with this one. I've seen a few other people who have gone for Martin's leather strap, and I prefer it. It looks a little bit more realistic. It looks a little bit closer to how the movie prop looked. I don't think that one was as sort of grainy or cobblestoney as this one. But I mean, these are mass produced, and you know, there's no fault of KRs. They're absolutely fine, and they're cut really, really well. So you could use them too, and they'll look really good too. But I'm given the option, and Martin had some of this to spare, so he cut it for me, and he did a beautiful job. Everything else, the clamp, obviously the clamp card is the original one that came with a saber or with a conversion kit. There's these little magnets underneath that kind of hold the clamp card to it. I may install this in the future, I may not, I haven't decided yet. These tiny rivets that you see here are actually real rivets. The ones that come with the kit are fake. They're little kind of replicas. I'll show you, I'll open and show you the difference. Again, these are not a big deal, but these are like fake kind of replica rivets. And they're a little bit more kind of machined and flat and just a bit more kind of perfect looking. So I ended up going for, again, Martin had tons of these like actual real rivets, which are cheap, you can get from any hardware store. And he offered to do that for me to give it a more like realistic look, and I said, yeah, definitely. I think they look brilliant. This right here, all the burn marks that you see, none of these are paint. A lot of people paint some on with this, so you'll get stencils with the kit, and you can paint it if you want to. It's certainly the easier choice, but it just never looks as good as this does. This is all like actual, I think it's Dremel work that he's done, so it looks like it's been kind of scorched and burnt. So I think all of this he's done with a Dremel, the more kind of yellowish burnt marks, and the black around it is aluminium black. So he's treated the metal with aluminium black to give it that scorched look. Oh, that's gorgeous. So much detail. It looks like it's been destroyed. You just can't get that level of detail with paint, in my opinion anyway. And he's applied a little bit of clear coat around it just to protect it. And it's absolutely fantastic. So again, if you are listening, man, thank you so much. Really, really lovely work. Highly recommend Martin. If you guys want me to put you in touch with them for commissions or things like that, let me know and I will do so. The grips, they come with the conversion kit. They actually come kind of stuck on the lower half, which is great. And there'll be like holes underneath here where you can just pop these, again, these kind of fake rivets. It's really, really easy. Just glue them on. But again, I opted to go with real rivets because they just look nicer. They've got that real kind of more rounded look, whereas these are a bit more flat. So yeah, again, I think they're about 3mm rivets. They look like the ones in TFA. That grip here, which is I think these are probably resin and this one might be metal, I don't know. But it's the belt clip. The screws come with it. And then last but not least is the pommel cap. So I'm just going to remove this and show you if I can. I may not be able to. I stuck this on a couple of days ago when I got it back from Martin because it'll have the normal Graflex stamping and it's vented. And what you get with the kit is a choice of 2 pommel discs. You get either the flat kind of whole display one, just like this one here, or you'll get this one as well, which has got like these side slits. So if you pop it on, so if you're doing an install, like sound will come out of this, while at the same time maintaining that look, that overall look of the episode 9 Graflex. But I don't want to install this at the moment anyway, so I wanted to do just a plain display cap. But again, I went with Martin's recommendation. This is one that I think he got from, I can't remember if he said he got it from eBay or Etsy or some third-party store anyway. And that's because this one that came with a conversion kit, I mean, look at that. I mean, there's just machining kind of lines all over it. It's a bit, I don't know. Just the finish on it isn't as perfect as like this one. You can get these. I've had a look at some of the Skywalker, for example, sells them. And this isn't glued on. I just stuck some double-sided 3M tape, so I can remove it if I really try. It can be easily removed. If I ever want to do an install, I can stick that one on instead. But for now, I'm happy with it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So one more thing that I forgot to mention is one final accuracy mod that Martin did for me, which is this. It's to do with the grip alignment. So when you get this from KR Sabers, because the grips are pre-assembled, you can't move them around. And when you put it together, it's not going to line up accurately like it does in the movie prop. So the way it should line up is like this. So this grip right here, it should line up with the corner of the clamp right here. And on the reverse, that belt clip should line up approximately with that rivet there. And the only way to do that is, I'll show you, I'll need to take it apart. So you need to unscrew these two over here to loosen it with an Allen key. I've already pre-loosened it just to take it apart and show you. So that J-notch, the standard J-notch of a Graflex lower end, it just needs to be cut in further by about 1 centimeter with a Dremel, okay? And that's all he did, was just cut it in a little bit further, not by much. You can see how much there, you know, it's roughly 1 centimeter, it might be even less. But that does it. Once you've done that, you can assemble it and you'll see that it lines up perfectly. So once you lock it, you can see that lines up perfectly with that corner. And in the back, that belt clip, if you draw a line, it roughly touches the edge of that rivet right there. And that is the accurate alignment, because if it weren't for that mod, it would probably be something like that. Yeah, so really that's it. So anyways, that's all there is to say about this. If you've watched this far, thank you very much for watching. To Martin, once again, thank you very much, mate. Really great work. I'm very happy with it. The level of detail is incredible. That's beautiful craftsmanship that you've done there. And you know, you've saved me a lot of hassle and hard work by putting this all together for me. So I really appreciate it, mate. But yeah, for everyone else, if you have any feedback, any comments, any questions, feel free to drop it down below and I will get back to you. And until the next time, see you then.